a champion of the West Coast Conference for
3 times.
a 3rd consecutive year. Carrie Roberts, head coach of BYU women's golf.
Hello.
Can we call it a dynasty at this point?
I don't know if 3's a dynasty, but we're getting there.
They do it in the NFL. They call it 3's a dynasty.
Do they really?
Yeah.
3's a
like
dynasty?
Patriots won like 3 and 4. They're like, it's a dynasty.
Pepperdine had a dynasty going forever.
Forever.
In women's golf in the WCC. But now BYU has kind of assumed the throne.
Yeah, let's go. I don't, my husband was telling me in the last 3 years, this team that they've had, we've never lost to them. Like, we've beaten them every time. We've gone face to face.
So how'd you create this paradigm shift?
Hard work. Good players.
You're recruiting in Provo, and they're recruiting in Malibu.
I know, right? Their campus overlooks the ocean. We have the mountains, and, we deal with it. It makes us tougher.
What role did Tony Finau's visit to your team play?
Yeah. He only saw half of them. Half of us were outside, half were inside because of scheduling. But, what a stud, huh? He's awesome.
What did he say to the team when he visited?
Well, it was really interesting because he talked about what he does. How he went to a fade, and we're trying to get Naomi Soifu, our longest hitter, to hit a fade, and she's like, gosh, he was talking about how use a journal, write things down. We use a journal, and she's just like, wow, he just talked about everything that we do. We're doing everything that he does, and so it's like, I'm like, yes.
You're like,
thank
if
you,
you
Tony.
Didn't want to listen to me.
Yeah.
Tony just confirmed what
pretty
coaching I had to offer.
Pretty much.
Now bring him in with what happens when you dislocate your ankle and how you can finish in the top 10 in the Masters.
Can you believe that?
No.
You saw the pictures, right?
Yes.
I honestly do not know how he did that. And my cousin's his coach, right? And I'm like, praise to you, because you putting him on his back foot, ball back, was the only way he could do that. But then how to adjust to how that comes. There's no way. Talk about an athlete. Talk about a competitor.
Well,
guy's a stud.
Your team is full of competitors.
Yeah, they are.
So I don't want to overlook that. 3 consecutive WCC championships.
That's awesome.
What does that mean to the state of your program?
It's awesome. It means it's like you said, maybe it is a dynasty. It says everything, right? You don't remember the second place team. You only remember if you win, So it helps recruiting, helps everything. Confidence.
Tell us about the way in which you won the title, because you went to a playoff with Pepperdine.
Yeah, it was a playoff. It was insane. So we were 5 back going into the day, and it just wasn't a course that really fit us. We're long and kind of spray it, and this was kind of tight ball strikers course. And so we go into the final day, and after 9 holes, it did not look pretty. It was 7, 10 shots. I thought 10, and my assistant coach thought 7. But then, after 10, 11, I see them go bogey, 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 and we go birdie. I'm like, hey, there's 4 shots, And it just goes back and forth, back and forth. And I keep telling my team, you just never know. It's going to come down to, I knew it'd come down to the last hole. It's a par 5, reachable in 2. And, it just was so intense. All of a sudden, I check the scores. We've got the lead, 3 holes to play. And my senior player of the year is going bogey, bogey, bogey. Cannot keep it on the map. Is just fighting for her life. I'm basically yelling at her like, dig deep, ah! So we're on 18, and she, sorry, Kendra, she shanks her approach and literally has the hardest up and down. And I am physically yelling like to tell her what to do. I'm just so in it because I know basically this is it. And so she hits a chip, it rolls over. She chips that 10 feet past. Now she has 10 feet for bogey. And I'm just going, And Pepperdine has 3, maybe 2.5 feet for par to win it. And somehow our senior nails it in. I'm consoling her knowing that we've just lost by 1.
She makes the bogey, the impossible bogey putt.
10-foot bogey putt. It was a good 10 feet. She was scrambling for bogey. And I knew Pepperdine, their best player, who was is either Kendra or her for player of the year, literally 2.5, 3. I say 3 feet, and my assistant coach was like, I don't know if it was that long. Like, it was short. And so I'm consoling Kendra, like, knowing we've just lost by 1. And I'm like, it's okay. You were awesome. You worked so hard. And she misses it. And I'm like, get your head in a playoff. We're going in a playoff. Get your mind ready. Let's go. Yeah.
And your whole team plays that playoff.
The whole team. They played our 5 and 4 player. So we went to number 10. Our 5 and 4 player played with their 5, 4, and 3. Tee off. Our 2 girls just stripe it. Anna Kennedy, who has not contributed, she shot 80, 80, 80. We have not counted her score. Ripped a 320-yard drive.
The spirit of Tony Finau.
320, and we couldn't even see her ball. She goes, Coach, did I roll in the bunker? And I'm like, I can't see it. Let me go up. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're way down there. She had 83 yards. Naomi had 136. Like Kendra had 146. Like, this just shows you how far. I mean, just adrenaline pumping, right? So that 5 teed off. Anna sticks her wedge to 3 feet, makes the birdie putt. And then, so we had a birdie bogey. They had 3 bogeys. So we're already up by 2. So with our 3 best players coming. So our 3 best players play with their 1 and 2. And they had a couple people go left. We all hit the fairway, hit it on. You know, we had 2 girls front of the green, you know, with 30-footers, which is scary. I knew they'd leave them short, right? I'm like, for sure we're going to have to make a bomb or whatever. And so they, I mean, right on the edge for birdie.
Ooh.
Miss it. They make a 10-footer for par. So now we just need 1 par and a bogey. And Naomi, our freshman, steps up, makes probably an 8-footer for par. And that's all you wrote. I mean, our freshman, so our sophomore who did not contribute, steps up, rips a drive, sticks a wedge, birdies the hole. Game.
That's it. In the spirit of overachievement, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
To have her ready in that moment.
Yeah.
Surprised you, and you're like, oh, the great contribution, which is awesome. So
Yeah.
now you head to NCAA Regionals.
Yeah.
You went to the NCAA Championships.
Yeah.
Did you go last year? Remind me.
2 years individual went last year. 2 years ago,
that's
team,
right.
and then
The
Alex
whole
went
Sunday
last year.
play story. Yep. Okay. So Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern on the Golf Channel. We find
Yeah.
out where you're going. Do you have a preference?
Nope, don't have a preference. Could be Stanford, Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida. I'm preparing my team to go back to California. I feel like we've been there probably 5 times this year. So I'm preparing them to go to California mentally. You're like, oh, what a bummer, we're going back to California.
They want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, they want to go somewhere
See
fun.
another
Anywhere,
court,
yeah, anywhere, which would be cool, right? So, but no, I don't have a preference. We'll go anywhere.
BYU women's head golf coach, Carrie Roberts, with us on BYU Sports Nation. You've won 3 straight conference championships. You're now taking your team back to a second NCAA tournament in that 3-year span. What's the next major step or hurdle or goal, whatever you will?
Yeah, we've got to compete at nationals. You know, we've got to compete. There's another level, and we've got to get in that. We've got to get in that match play. We've got to, you know, compete for the national title.
How do you get into match play?
So you're top 15. Top 8 team after I believe 4 rounds at nationals, and then you go into an 8-team match play.
You want to talk about pressure golf?
Jeez, right?
Match play is incredible.
Yeah. Match play is incredible, and that's basically what that playoff was. It was. I just kind of chuckled to myself how nervous my girls were, and I mean, I was nervous too. But I've been in playoffs. I kind of had that experience, and gosh, it was fun.
You
want to feel that.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got the people to do it.
Yeah.
You swept the West Coast Conference Player of the Year, Kendra Dalton, Coach of the Year, you Freshman of the Year, Naomi Soifua, and the champ Rose Huang.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad for anybody else? No one else got an award here?
I know, right? We got to bring in the other girls on the team, which, you know, you think about it, it's the ultimate team sport. I mean, you got to count 4 out of 5. It's not like Jimmer can take over, right? Like, no offense, but Jimmer was pretty good. He made up for 3 or 4 guys. You know, and Annie Yang, double-double, the back 9, starts 10-11, double-double, and then goes, 3 under in her last 6 holes. And then Anna birdies the playoff hole. I mean, everybody contributed to help us win a championship.
Congratulations once
you.
again. Outstanding.
Very
And by
awesome.
the way,
Thanks.
I want to let all of BYU Sports Nation know, you come from the Summer Hayes golf name. I think that you may have put yourself at the top of that list. Carrie, okay?
I appreciate
doing
that.
all right.
Thanks. I think my entire family's now going to text me, no. It was funny because the day we started conference, my brother ran the Boston, so the whole text thread was, and it was the worst weather in the history, and he was injured, and it was so motivational. So it's like no short on overachievers.
Yeah. In the Summer Hayes family?
In the Summer Hayes family.
Yeah, look out, man.
So, I mean, I gotta pick up my end of the deal here.
All right, let's go. BYU Sports Nation Karma for the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
Destination match play is the goal in mind.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Thanks, guys.